Panic attacks! Yes, they're not as exciting as I'm making them sound to be. However, panic attacks have become a reality for a lot of people. They're very, very common, very scary and confusing. Not a lot of us even know why do we get panic attacks. There's actually no scientific consensus on the reasons why people get panic attacks. It's a bit of a mystery. However, what we do know is what a panic attack feels like. It feels like I am going to die. It feels like my chest is pounding. It feels like I have shortened breath. I feel like I have a distorted vision of reality. Things are either moving too quickly or too slowly, and I'm not able to cope. Panic attacks can be very debilitating for a lot of people and can come without any announcement. Of course they do. Without any announcement. Sometimes comes at the most awkward times. But we do have some practical things that we can do for panic attacks. But before that, let's understand why do we fear the panic attacks so much? Not only because it feels very scary inside, but it also reduces our capacity to deal with life, and it changes our entire relationship to ourselves. If we keep distrusting ourselves, we keep thinking, I won't be able to deal with this, what if I get a panic attack? So we keep ourselves from taking risky decisions, which is good in some ways. Yes, not a lot of risk should be taken, and not all kinds of risk is good risk, but life is about taking a risk. Every time you get into a car, it's taking a risk. Every time you are starting a new relationship, that's a risk. So healthy risk-taking is a part of life. But constant and chronic panic attacks and frequent panic attacks can change our view of ourselves. And that's why today I want to talk about how do we deal with panic attacks. Because once we know how do we deal with panic attacks, we're also able to figure out, you know what, this is shitty, this is really bad, but I can deal with this. So we're going to deal with panic attacks in 3 ways: thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Interesting thing to notice about panic attacks is you first have to deal with it at a body level. And why at a body level? When you're having a panic attack, one of the most common things people have observed is that their breath becomes shorter. They go very consciously elongate your breath. Elongate your breath to, you could even count it to 1, 2, 3, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always exhale more than you've inhaled. That's how you elongate your breath, and that's how you relax your body. Another thing during panic attack is your body is preparing itself to either fight or flee from what it considers dangerous at that time, and sometimes it doesn't even know what danger it's dealing with. So it's very important to relax your body, to open your fingers and your toes completely. Open them in such a way that your body knows it does not have to prepare to fight. Loosen your shoulders, open your fingers and toes, and elongate your breath. And if you can, open up your body as much as you can and lie in a star shape. Lie in a star shape on the floor if you have to. The second step of dealing with this is, while you've done all of this, keep telling yourself, I am dealing with it right now. I am dealing with it right now. Not, I can deal with this, I can deal with this, I can. We're not having any future assertions of your capacity to deal with it. We're saying, I am dealing with it right now. I am dealing with it right now. I am, and repetitively say over and over again. The other thing that you could do when you're having a panic, and of course you could breathe into a paper bag or a plastic bag. Actually not a plastic bag, only a paper bag. because plastic bag can also, there are other hazards with plastic bags, so don't breathe into a plastic bag, only a paper bag. I think what you could also do when you are having a panic attack is to remind yourself that your body is confusing death with anxiety. It's only anxiety that you're feeling, and you're not able to interpret the symptoms, the physical symptoms of anxiety as physical symptoms of anxiety. Physical symptoms of anxiety are being interpreted as death, as deadly. However bad a panic attack is, no one's ever died from it. There's no record of anyone dying from a panic attack. So to keep telling yourself that you can deal with it while it's happening and doing some of the physical things that I've told you to do and remind yourself is going to be helpful. But the last bit is actually even more helpful than any other bit, is allow it. When you're feeling anxious, allow yourself. When you're feeling panicky, allow yourself to feel it, not act on it. Allow yourself to feel it. When you allow yourself to feel it, suddenly you've taken the power of fear away from it. You're already feeling unrest, you're already feeling discomfort, but when you're feeling that discomfort and unrest in your own body, that restlessness, at least you're not attaching fear to it. Or when the fear is taken away from pain, it's just pain. It's not panic. It's fear. It's pain plus fear that's panic. The moment you take away the fear, it is what it is. I invite this feeling as much as I invite joy, as much as I invite any other emotion. This is the time for you to explore where does it feel? Where in my body do I feel it? Do I feel it in my chest? Do I feel it in my back? Do I feel it in my shoulders, my legs? Where do I feel it? And with all of this in mind, practice to gradually relax your body as much as you can. So for example, going from your toes all the way to your head, focus on parts of it. For example, you have toes. Focus on both of your toes and your feet and squish them as hard as you can and then relax them. Squish them as hard as you can and relax them. And gradually come up your body, relaxing your body, because you were having an out-of-body experience. Now you're coming back to your body. You're able to feel your body again in a way that is controlled, managed, and not very threatening. So I would say panic attacks do not have to be feared. Panic attacks have to be addressed. However, if you think that panic attacks have become so frequent that they are reducing the very quality of your life, it's time to see someone. It's time to go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist and meet with them. Do take care of yourself. Thank you very much.